So the final section of the master plan is this one, following the project plan. So what we've done so far, we've done all the setting up process, the pre-project learning and so on, setting up the My Template Plan workbook, creating the project folder structures. We've created our project definition document, we configured all the workbooks. The next thing is to actually do it, following the project plan. And actually just jumping ahead here, this is it. This is the final instruction. Perform all the tasks on all the deliverables tabs. Make adjustments as you go along. Keep your plan updated. Monitor the dates in your launch schedule. Revise as needed. Perform the activities in the activity list in the launch schedule. And good luck. And then repeat and rinse repeat for your next successful project using the continuous improvement process that I mentioned earlier on. So that's the overall guidance. These other sections I just need to say something about here. For contingency, I've put in 2 tasks here for contingency. One is extra time for unforeseen activities. So these are activities which you didn't think of when you were doing this configuration. And when you think of new activities, you can do 2 things. One, you can do them straight away and don't bother putting them in the plan. Or more likely, you're going to think of things you're going to need to do in the future. In which case, the best thing actually is to adjust the project plans, adjust the appropriate tab and put the activities in there, or put the tasks in there. But an alternative will be if you've got some ad hoc tasks which don't really map directly into any of the tabs, just put them into these additional ad hoc tasks. But what we want to do is when we come up with our initial project plan is to have a reasonable estimate as to the overall time it's going to take. So I've put a default of another 24 hours for unforeseen activities that that you'll need to cater for. So as you add in new activities that you hadn't thought of originally, you can reduce this time frame here just to balance it out. So if you come up with an activity that takes 4 hours, you put that into one of these additional tabs here, or maybe put it in as an additional task, and then reduce this by 4 hours. And the other one is for extra time for tasks that take longer than estimated. So you're going to be putting in time frames for these activities in these tabs here, and your time frames may be wrong. Inevitably they will be. Some will be too short, some will be too long. Overall, you're likely to underestimate the time. So I'm putting in some contingency there of 24 hours to take that into account. Towards the end of the project, you may feel safe to start reducing that amount of 24 hours because you know that the tasks you've got left are going to take as long as you thought. So you can modify those as you go along and use these additional ad hoc tasks if you want, or just always make sure you put the additional tasks into the appropriate tabs. This is entirely up to you whether or not you use this. So that's dealt with the following the project plan. The last thing I need to do, which I'll do in a separate video, is just briefly go through this particular task of configuring this tab. In other videos, other videos about the different tabs, I will explain the configuration of these other tabs. But I need now just to explain how you configure this particular tab itself, the master plan tab.